Good evening. Getting everything set up and then we'll be good to go. Good evening, folks. Hey, Vision Nick, X-Dark, G-Man. So, I am tying up the loose ends in pre-Hardmode Terraria, going to do the Wall of Flesh, and then we're going to die horribly in hard mode and see how that goes. So, as I pointed out in Discord, there is a storm incoming. I don't think it's going to be any kind of problem tonight. Most of it's expected for tomorrow, but just in case, I'm just letting you folks know that if I lose power, then that'll be why. But it shouldn't have anything happen tonight. So, in just a moment or two, we're going to go down and fight the Wall of Flesh, and it might take a try or two to be able to actually figure it out, because I haven't done it on expert mode. So let's see. Well, thank you. I mostly fooled around with trying to do various of the architectural stuff to see how it all worked with the paints and stuff. It's still a work in progress, but some of it... Oh, hey, Ty. Is stuff that I have to figure out better as time goes on. Actually, wait. So I've done most of everything in pre-hard mode, so... Well, hey, Oregon. Wait, I thought you've been here for a Terraria stream, Dystopia. And I've also been doing more of a summoner build. So I refought Queen Bee and got the bee's armor, also the bee bow. Oh goodness. So now, it's just trying to actually get through and to the hard mode. So I've tried to also be as proactive as possible with doing certain things. I did the Old Ones army as well, because I hadn't done that in the first playthrough. And it's not that bad. It seems that with Pearson weapons, you can do that pretty easily. Oh, I have the bee armor. Gives an extra minion for the breastplate and the headgear. And then the Bewitching Table from the dungeon gives you an extra minion on top of that, for 4 minions. It's pretty nice. It also really helps on that Old One summoning one. Yeah, I'm trying out the Summoner build, because I really want to try something different than Ranger, so I'm probably going to keep the Ranger thing as a backup, but mostly focus on like the Summoner stuff. Yeah, I've heard that it gets harder later on, so I wanted to also do it before I hit the end, before I got into hard mode. Nope, it's all the bees. So, as well, I did everything I could. I farmed up all the stuff. I have a cell phone and all that. Did the fishing, so I don't think there's too much more to do in pre-hard mode. But this is where it's going to get... Well, I mean, it's 2 extra summons, I'd point out. Although first I need to... Let's use buffs. And then we'll be good to go. I haven't actually done like expert Wall of Flesh, so this is going to be a new experience. Oh, cool. That's good to hear. And congratulations to Rusty. Alright, let's do this. Oh, I'm... Oh goodness, I'm forgetting how to throw it. Oh, T to throw. Okay, there we go. T is not throwing it. I might have changed controls. No, it should be T for throw. One second. Hey. Yeah, that's what I was doing as well, but it wasn't actually working. I don't know. Because it's just putting it back into my inventory. Ooh. Oh, that's why. Sorry about that then. Oh. Well, thank you for pointing that out, because I wouldn't have realized that for a while. Alright, so... I've made a rather long set of platforms just to be safe. A lot of Master Mode has been trying to play very safe. Just because I keep believing that everything is going to kill me very quickly, which actually is going to be the case pretty much in hard mode. Oh, I think everything's starting to chase me a lot faster. Get away. This isn't that bad. I'm just waiting for him to get super fast and be like, LOL, you're not getting away. Oh, he's starting to speed up. Oh, jeez. Unfortunately, these lasers aren't hitting for too much. At least what I would have expected. Because the demons were like hitting for 100 each. And the Hellbats were also hitting for like 90 to 100. Well, the solution apparently is just use bees, and everything will turn out okay. Oh shoot! Ah crap! Right at the very end. Well, at least now I know. At the very end, be ready for it, because he decided to book it. Yeah, definitely a big F. Yeah, I think that was the only one. The demon conch is from fishing. You have to fish in lava. You can get bait in the underworld, but you need the fireproof net or the golden net from the angler rewards. Oh, hey, Ari's universe. Let's see. We'll switch that out so that way I get a little bit more offense. No, I just died to the wall of flesh, because I wasn't expecting that last bit of speed boost that it got. So hopefully this time I've learned my lesson, and I won't be as bad. Huh. I would have expected that to actually summon him. Although it looked like he had his boss bar still up, so I don't know if it was just because of that. Hey, Ari's universe. Oh, well, I think it's the same level of buffs. It's just a difference of time at this point. Because, like, the major buffs are ones that are still not that big a deal. Really? Oh, I had to wait for the guide to respawn. Oh, and that was my last one. There always has to be some sort of foolishness on my part. Alright, so it's time to quickly farm some, and then we'll be able to start that again. Sorry for the delay on that. Yeah, at the very end, I was not ready for the last bit of speed. I think only the guide and the clothier can get voodoo dolls, because the voodoo one for your tailor guy lets you summon Skeletron. Oh, okay. That's good to know, Thomas. Thank you. There's still a lot of things of convenience that I don't know for this game. And I appreciate it when folks point it out, because there's just still a lot to learn and to remember. No, I made it to about halfway through Snatcher's chapter. I unplugged the well and then I stopped. Okay, good, this one is a demon one. Oh, but he doesn't have the guide. Well, that's good to know. I look forward to it. I mean, all of Snatcher's chapters has to be fun. But yeah, if you use the bait, you can fish in lava if you've if you use that flame bait. There's also one that lets you a fiery fish hook that can let you just fish with any bait. And with that, you can fish up like the crates, and those will give you a variety of useful stuff from fishing in lava. Oh yeah, I did play A Hat in Time on Wednesday, and next Wednesday I'll continue with it. Because there's certainly a good number of things that you can get from the obsidian crates, and the demon conch was one of them from fishing in lava. Oh, hey, Allie. I did already explore most of the underworld, as I was fooling around, just trying to see what I'm going around through the entirety of it. Funny thing is, it was actually more common to see the... Oh yeah, if you got the magma snail, that's the best one to fish with. Fortunately, I left the bug net back at my base. But I don't need it anymore anyway. I had seen so many more guide voodoo demon things my first time down here. And now they just don't want to show up. One of the useful things that I found was that, like, if you fishing up a lava charm is also pretty handy. Because now you can make Terra Spark boots, and those have... It combines all this, pretty much all of the boot effects into one. Like, you have the rocket boots, the Hermes boots, you got the skates, and you can walk on water, honey, lava, along with immunity to lava for the 7 seconds. But it requires so much to be made in order to get them. It's stuff that, between the streams, I was trying to do that and farm all those things. Since I was under the belief that, especially with being Master Mode, and not to mention I was playing a lot anyway, just doing things like fishing, that it would have been a good idea to try and make as many of the high-end things as possible. Well, we'll definitely see how that goes. Because, I mean, a lot of A Hat in Time is fun humor stuff. And Snatcher's chapter is definitely the best. So far. I've done 5 so far on Master Mode. All the ones leading up to Wall of Flesh. This is a bit disappointing. I suppose that if I don't have another guy to get them, I could always hop on my normal mode guy and bring a few of the voodoo guide goals to just simply deposit to speed this up. That just seems to be a bit of bad luck. Usually more things have spawned by now. Oh, hey, the boss. I'm surprised it's taken so long for one of them to spawn. Oh, hey, Cosmo. Yeah, I think the next step is get a water candle and hold it. And maybe even a battle potion. I just expected it to not take quite this long for one to just spawn naturally. Oh, I almost thought that he would have had a doll. Alright. Let's try and get... Nice. This might make it a little bit crazy, but we'll see. Well, sadly, I can't pick up the guide. Well, Master Mode is significantly more difficult, but it's mostly because of the increased damage from everything. Oh, cool. Well, good luck, Cosmo. I mean, there's the usual thing of starting out that is rather difficult, but once you start getting the hang of it, it becomes a little bit easier. But the thing is, you still have lots of stuff that... a lot of these things can easily kill you, if you're not careful. Jeez. Oh, hey, Ender Kitty. Yeah, if in the next 5 minutes I don't get one, I'm gonna just hop on my original character, bring over a bunch of guide dolls, and then that way it won't be an issue. It's like everything except the guide, voodoo guide demon. Yeah, I should hopefully do it this time. I just wasn't ready for that, for all that quick burst of speed, and once I stopped my momentum, that put me in a very bad position. Oh, thank you, DeBoss. There are, especially with Terraria, there are many players that know a lot more about this than me. There's still a lot to learn, but I'm having fun trying Master Mode. Even if it results in lots of silly deaths. Oh, hey, Dylan. Yeah, of course it has to be one that doesn't have the doll. I think it's just bad luck. Because normally I've seen quite a few spawn at once. I'm just a little surprised that I haven't gotten one. Of course, the funny thing will be is that the moment that I switch over and give myself a bunch of them, I'll probably have about 10 of them show up. Well, no, what happened was I didn't realize to wait for the guy to respawn before throwing in my other ones. So it was just foolishness on my part. So fortunately there are ways around it. But I was gonna just try and use a battle potion in the hopes that I'd get one. Unfortunately, it seems my luck is not holding out for it. So, alright, I'm gonna quickly switch over. I have a bunch of them, if I remember right. So that I can get this taken care of a lot faster. So apologies for the delay, it was not my intention to slow things down. And then hopefully we can get to various many deaths in hard mode. There, I at least have 2 of them. Well, because I originally was going to make one Hedrak character, but it's usually the name that I use with it. Plus, I also started playing multiplayer with a few friends from World of Warcraft, and they know me as Hedrak. So, that's why. There. Try and you especially go bow to start, because that tends to make it a little easier to snipe things and stay out of the damage range. Especially doing things like flaming arrows. If you have a snow biome close by to start, then frostburn arrows are going to help you a lot. And more like I'm giving myself guide dolls from another character to speed this up. I haven't done anything to give anything from anyone to this guy, otherwise to do anything. And that's just simply because I'm streaming at the moment. If I was doing the single player, I would have just simply farmed more. Alright, let's get back and let's do this, hopefully correctly this time. Oh, of course, there just has to be one that spawns right when I actually get one. Of course. Well, I suppose it's the law of dramatic irony where it has to do that sort of thing. Nonetheless. Alright, take 2. Everyone knows the first time is for practice, so it doesn't count. I'm not really sure if that's a rule, hard and fast rule, but whatever. It is now. I'll probably switch to some stronger arrows or such towards the end. Oop. Or at least remember to not stop moving. That demon was probably also a voodoo demon. Oh, come on. Oh, there we go. Alright. Welcome to hard mode. It's gonna hurt. So now the real question is, where is the Hallow and all the other bad stuff spawn? Oh right, I can just... Quick laser rifle. Quick ranger emblem. Oh, the demon heart. I had heard that there was an item that lets you get another accessory. And I'll take the one that gives me 15% range damage. It's time to get out of here before all bad stuff happens. Of course the Hallow spawns right in my base. Oh. I'm gonna have to expand my home to be able to accommodate those trophies. That is very true. I'd have to move. Alright, let's just put some stuff up and then we'll start the exploration. Oh, I still have another demon site, but whatever. It's time to explore. Okay, so the Hallow is all in here that I already explored in. Let's see where other stuff is showing. Oh, of course it had to be right there. I guess what I'll have to do is move characters in and put the Hallow pylon here, and then I'll put my forest pylon elsewhere. No. I'm hoping to try and get a bit more towards the mech bosses. And also apologies for ignoring chat for a bit with the wall of flesh. Blake, I'm gonna do Hat in Time next Wednesday. One moment. Yeah. I can imagine, because I was able to get through a good chunk of the Goblin invasion just with grenades and minigun, but I think it's gonna be a lot harder to do any of the other stuff. I suppose you could say it's more PG-13, PG kind of thing. Like, I try not to swear, unless it's a game like Resident Evil 3, you know, something that's obviously more an adult game, but I would prefer that folks not, like, copiously swear. But if someone says a swear, it's not anything that I'm gonna be that worried about. But yeah, if you drop a bunch of F-bombs, then that is something that... Please don't do such. Alright, so... I'm kind of glad that it didn't affect the graveyard biome. Because I don't know what happens if a hallow on a graveyard biome occurs. And I really don't want to have to relocate my haunted house. With freshly dug grave for the next time. Oh no, the hallows, it's more like magic stuff, like unicorns and sunshine and rainbows. Like fairies and everything. So I'm gonna need to do underground hallows to be able to get souls of light, and then the underground crimson to be able to get the souls of night. Oh yeah, I already have the Night's Edge. I just like using the Muramasa one because it's faster and has auto swing. Oh cool, the truffle showed up. Let's go get everything that he has. Oh, of course, that's no longer a forest pylon. Okay, I can at least buy the hallowed pylon from him. Plus I need... That's right, I need to smash the altars so I can get the hard mode ores. Okay, yeah. That's right, he doesn't do the auto hammer thing just yet. I think that's... Oh, that would be interesting to see. I'm gonna save my money for now. I'll put my forest pylon up for a while. Alright, so first things first is to go smash some altars. I tried to block off the spread of the corruption, the crimson, but I don't know if more crimson automatically generates when you start smashing stuff, and I think it does. But I'm trying not to have like 30% of my world be crimson by the end of it. Yeah, you do have to treat Elderbug with respect. It's like a given. Oh goodness, I forgot these guys. Oh, there's two of them now. Oh, they hit hard. 180. Welcome to hard mode. No, I got killed by a Herplin, which is hard mode Crimson spawn. They hit a lot harder than I thought they would. But I had heard that all sorts of things now hit you for ridiculous amounts on Master Mode, so... Oh, goodness. Gotta get away. I can probably buy wings now that I think about it. I'm in hard mode. The witch doctor's in the jungle. He's happy. I guess not happy enough to sell the jungle wings. Let's try this crimson then. Might be a lot of them, but I'm going to keep them away. Dang it. I'm just waiting for the message to tell me a mech boss is going to hit me on the first night. This is the other reason why I like the Muramasa. Even though its effectiveness is going to be greatly reduced in hard mode. Oh no, he's got me. Yeah, go on, get down there. That way you can't follow me. I'm trying to bless the world with as much stuff as I can. Summons, take care of them for me. There. So that should spawn enough to be able to start looking for them. Oh, I certainly hope I don't get Skeletron Prime at the Nightfall. Of course, any of them is going to be it's going to be a terrible night. I'm gonna go into my cavern in hope. Aha, see Palladium right there. Okay. We're gonna do this because this lets me mine a lot better. So if I'm remember correctly, what's the thing of which the witch doctor sells you wings? Because he's in the jungle, but he's not selling me wings. Does it have to be like night or a certain day or moth or butterfly? That's a tough one. I'll say butterfly. Oh, it's at night? Well, then that would explain. Because wings will help enormously. Rocket boots just won't cut it at this point. although they're still pretty useful. Of course, if I wanted to do it the easy way, I could just fish. Like, I have enough stuff to fish easily without distractions. But it would be a little too easy. Plus, I think you guys would probably get bored of watching me fish. Oh god, these hurts. It all hurts. I'm gonna have to definitely use more potions to survive at the start. Oh, goodness. Flame and arrow, 210 damage. Wow. I'm gonna have to play super cautious, because it wasn't kidding about the hard mode being hard. Alright, let's get to night so that we can buy these wings. Because I think this is the part where it'll be like a blood moon and everything will suck horribly. Right, palladium ore. I need to see what to do to get a pickaxe so I can get further along the chain. So basically everything hurts, like, a lot. One more bar. Yeah, I'd seen that with the steampunker wings. Oh, thanks, Rhett. I'll have to try that between the stream because I think I've got it so ingrained with what it is right now. Oh, there they are. Wow, I think they lowered the price with that. Because happiness shouldn't reduce it that much. Alright, the quest for palladium. Oh, that was a short quest. I was expecting some sort of epic adventure of which we finally find some palladium, but lose it and don't get to make our palladium pickaxe. Because now we can make the pickaxe. Right, farewell, Molten Pickaxe. We've had a good run. The torch, God's favorite? No, I have not, Ezra. Oh, they did get super nerfed? I mean, as long as I get some good flight out of them. That's some pretty good flight if I'm able to get all the way up to my rail cart. But admittedly, that's probably the combination of a variety of different things. Yeah, that's just tin. No one cares about tin at this point. It's now mithril or bust. Trying to see if any kind of just spawn naturally out in this area that I've already been to. If I'm lucky, I'll have some easy to get. Oh, hey, Jasmine. I wish you the best of luck with the 3 streams at once. Okay, that's just lead over there. No one cares about lead at this point. Well, there's my answer to mithril. Come back here, Mimic. I'll chase you to the underworld and back. Although it'll probably kill me if it actually reaches me. Wait. Forgot to resummon these. I get the feeling that it's trying to lure me into a trap. Like a false sense of security. Just like, get away. Oh hey, bound wizard. Okay, there he is. Well, we found the wizard. Now we can just bring him on home. Although I'm very disappointed to have lost... We can bring him home in a box. Alright, so there was adamantite, or mithril, or whatever, along the way up here. So it's time to go back and get it. Because the Mimic beat me to the underworld, and I lost that race. I'm gonna need a lot more. Oh. Oh wow, these guys got a lot harder hitting too. Hard mode is not messing around. It's pulling no punches. And it just wants to let you know that it hates you. Alright. Let's see. Oh, that didn't even kill them. Here, kitty. Hey. Just a second for cat aggro. Alright. I don't trust his fire arrows. There we go. We have slain it. It only took 2 dynamite. I see, it's supposed to be one of those kind of jokes. Oh hey, Toysko. Oh. She's just kind of aggressively wanting attention. I see. Okay, so the cave bat's got a huge boost in power, it seems. I mean, it's hard mode, everything pretty much does, but it seemed a little bit more with them. So I have a little bit of mithril, but probably not enough to make anything with it. Oh crap, it can actually make it up here. Sounds like a job for dynamite. Oh, come on. There we go. Stay in here and just get bombed on. Not exactly the most skilled way to take it out, but I'll take it because it's early hard mode. Oh, a lucky star cloak. Oh, and 28 gold, that's quite a bit. Stars to fall after taking damage. It's pretty cool. Oh wow, even the slimes hit for a ridiculous amount now. Hey, mechanical skull. I suppose if I want to die to Skeletron Prime, then I'm all set. Oh cool, there is showing adamantite nearby. And another mimic. I'm really glad that you guys mentioned the mechanical lens that the mechanic sells. Aw, you want attention, don't you? Aw. She just like perched on top of the desktop and is just lying there. She does this periodically when she wants to get attention here and there. Aw. I think she's just been greedy for some attention. Oh good, the knockback was just enough to keep it away. Okay, so the adamantite was over here, I guess. Well, there's a lot of gold over there, so I suppose that's a good place as any to start checking. Oh, that's some pretty nice. But I don't think I can mine it yet. Yeah, it's adamantite. I can't mine it. I need more mithril. Oh, geez. Gotta remember this place for when I get a mithril pickaxe. Although there should be quite a bit of it as well near the underworld. Alright, traveling merchant, so that's a time to go back and check for more stuff. Well, I can certainly say that I'm a little bit surprised by how even the miner guys are now a ridiculously powerful thing. I'm gonna have to do a lot of practice to get good with these guys. Alright, where is it? Okay, so they're in the snow. I think I have most of that. I don't really care too much about the rest. Toysko, why did you make the moth tribe die out? Oh, Relia's also streaming? What kind of stuff is he streaming at the moment? Oh, Sea of Thieves? Oh, okay. I think I also saw he was playing the Messenger out. Okay, so I'm gonna need 10 mithril bars for the anvil, and then 15 more for the pickaxe. And then we'll be able to start actually making more progress. Well, I am going to try one thing real quick, because I'm genuinely curious as to how quickly you get ore with fishing as opposed to doing it with your normal stuff. Particularly since I still have a lot of crate potions. I'm only going to do one set of potions. It's gonna feel weird now. This was a desert oasis kind of thing for a very long while. Hopefully no moths will be hurt in the making of this stream. Oh man, I'm not even using all the fishing accessories possible. I'll have to do that whenever I have this one fall out. I think Princess Fish can be used to make certain potions. Ooh, Crystal Serpent, what's that? Oh, it's a magic wand. But yeah, with crates, since they nerfed 1.4, having the pre-hard mode crates no longer give you hard mode ore, you now have to fish in hard mode to actually get the hard mode ores. Oh, Prismite, I think that's used in a number of potions. Because I think it was used in like the 20% health boost potion, and that's why I never actually got to use it. Just copper bars. It's copper all the way. Oh, hey, Sasha. Yeah, this is kind of the, this is just a science experiment at the moment. Oh, I got palladium ore, so that's... I'm trying to see as to how much... Oh, I got cobalt as well. I want to see as to how much I get from doing the fishing real quick and seeing how effective it is compared to going out and just mining. Which it seems to be that if you get lucky with some of the crate drops, then you'll be good, but I'm not sure if it lets... because it looks like you can skip the tiers of ore going up to adamantite. But I'm not going to be doing this for very long. I'm just wanting to do that as a few minutes kind of... Oh, well, I got another crystal serpent. I'd want to do this as a sort of science experiment and see how it goes. Oh, cobalt ore. So that's the equivalent of palladium. Oh, biome crate. Mithril ore. Hey, mithril ore, that's exactly what I needed. Yeah, you should definitely get Terraria. As there's a lot that you can do to push on through the game. And in this case, I'm just fooling around fishing. Briefly. Alright, one more crate potion before those other ones wear off, and then we'll get back to the actual game. Because yeah, fishing can get you a lot of stuff really quick if you actually invest in it. Oh, I even got some crystal shards. That's pretty nice. I suppose that there is some story to it, but a lot of it is just kind of like in the gameplay itself. You have to have your fishing power really high for it to... Because once you're past a certain point, you won't get any of the tin cans. Like, I have the gold fishing rod, I have the master level of various baiting stuff, and I have a lot of the actual angler stuff, although most of it's not equipped at the moment, which is kind of not making this any easier. But once you actually start doing like the angler quests, then you'll be able to fish pretty consistently. Yeah, because there is so much stuff in this game that I have no idea about still, and I have to get a lot better at. Like, I'm impressed that I got to hard mode with master mode, but this is where this is where it's going to get crazy hard. Because as we've seen so far, everything hits for so much. Hey, Elad. I'm just doing a bit of fishing real quick as a science experiment to see how well you get ore as opposed to just going out and mining. I've got an unpleasant anchor as well. Let you know that it is very angry. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to Moonlord. Among other things, you can't cheese it anymore, so I'm gonna actually try and get good. All good, Sasha. I just did the Wall of Flesh, which is one boss that puts you into hard mode of it. So it's the second part of the game, and at this point, there's a progression of ores that you need to actually get better gear. And one way to do it is to explore the world. Another way, which I'm trying to do right now to test, is to fish. Because I actually have a good bit of fishing stuff set up. Alright, so I'm almost out of time with the buffs. And then I'll get back to trying to explore. Because I found out that on master level difficulty, everything hits for ridiculous damage. And that is certainly going to make things ever so much more fun. Which, now that I think about it, I should get the wizard so that I can actually make things by his stuff, because I can get, like, infinite arrow things. Yeah, and that's how I did it, because I had made 3 unsuccessful tries on stream. Yeah, I got the wizard on the way down to the underworld. So now it's trying to figure out... Because there's still, once you get into hard mode, there's a lot to do and to keep track of. So I'm gonna have to actually pay more attention. And of course, between streams, I'll be trying to get a lot of the farming stuff done, so that way the boring parts will be over. Alright, 12 seconds and then that's over. Can I get another crate in 6 seconds? No. Can I navigate some simple stairs in time? Oh wow, even the pixies hurt. Yeah. In hard mode, everything hurts. A lot. Oh, you've even got one of these guys. I assume he also kills me in like 2 hits. Alright, so I've got cobalt ore. I have some palladium ore. And I think I had some mithril. I want to say I had some mithril ore. Right there. So I can make stuff with this. Alright, mithril ore, mithril anvil. Done. Now I can make all the important mithril equipment. Yeah, there's a lot of ones from like the invasions that you can get a lot of cool stuff. And there's so many things to craft. Alright, so the question is, do I have anything really useful? Ah, that's good. It has auto swing. Yep, annoying cobalt repeater. Alright, let's just reforge that. Good enough for me. And we'll put up that legendary Muramasa for now. gonna run out of space in there. Alright, just put up a few things, and then I'm good to start exploring and begin in the depths, the death march. So now all I need to do is try and find another 15 mithril bars, and then I'll be good to go. Well, that's a nice start. I need like 60 ore, I think, because it's 4 ore for a bar. Okay, another few more clumps of mithril, so that makes things a little easier. And there's a mimic. Needless to say, mimics are always going to be suspicious. Unfortunately, I'm still at that point where I need to avoid this guy because I'm pretty sure mimics hit really hard, if I remember right. So I exploit its one weakness. It can't jump that high. Although I think that hallowed ones were pretty good at jumping. But yeah, any suspicious chest, it's a mimic. Fortunately, they don't drop until hard mode. But always assume everything is a mimic. The door mimics, wall mimics, even your weapon could be a mimic. Which would actually be a pretty nice, cool twist. Oh, another mimic. Oh, cool. So that guy can't do anything as long as I keep shooting at him. So this is all about trying to stay alive, because everything will kill me. And very painfully. Alright, so I'm also going to get Souls of Light down here. So that's a good reason to come here, even though emphasis on everything will kill me. Everything is just... It takes so many hits just to kill it. But the other thing is, because the mimics drop so much money, I'm trying to not lose it all, so I can take it with me when I die. Okay, Mithra's detected nearby. But where? Oh goodness. Just started to get crazy now. Oh, there's some that's where the mithril is. The stream will probably go for another 2 hours. To be honest, it's going to be one of those things where a game called Obey. I'm afraid I'm not familiar with that one, X Dark. But what's probably going to happen is this is the part where I'm going to try and get situated to do a mech boss. And unfortunately, it's going to take a while to get fully situated. So I do apologize if there's a bit of slowness, especially because this is where I'm going to die quite a bit getting used to hard mode. Also, apologies if I do fall behind on checking chat. The major thing is I am trying to focus and not get killed here as well, so some of it's going to be overlooking certain chat for a while. Okay, so no more mithril in here. At least not this way. That's right, this is a spider's nest. This is not really where I want to be right now. Because I know how dangerous spiders are, especially in hard mode. Oh, goodness. Like trying to bomb them from orbit and being unsuccessful. It just take too many bombs. So I think everything on Master Mode has basically triple health from normal mode. So not only do they do ridiculous amounts of damage, but they are tanky beyond belief. Oh, and another one had to just drop in. Oh, goodness. 300. I thought they were bad, but I didn't realize they were that bad. Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear, Rivero. I hope everything goes well, and that you recover quickly. Alright, well, you have a good night, Lopez. You know, I realized I haven't resummoned them. And I realize how dumb that is as a, trying to focus on summoning to not summon your summons. Well, those guys finally died. I get the feeling that this is going to be a lot of hard mode stuff for a while. This doesn't even cover the bosses. Oh hey, chlorophyte. And there it is, the first giant tortoise to end me. I'm trying to get away before he can get the opportunity. Although I think some greed is trying to get him to come here so I can whittle him down. I think he has way too much health for me to do the whittling. Alright, well you have a good night, Sasha. Holy crap, rock golem. I'm not sure I've seen a rock golem before. Oh, he can throw stuff too. It's like hoping that nothing... Just like hoping that they don't do much to me, and I can just bomb them from safety. This is gonna take a while. I think it had like 3k life. It's like almost Eye of Cthulhu level of health. There's a part of me that wants to get hit by things just so I can determine as to how bad it's going to hurt. But then realizing that finding out is probably going to be fatal. Oh hey, armor polish. There is? What kind of secret boss? But is it extra secretive? There's palladium ore. Only I actually needed it. Whoop. Well, that's cool to know, though. Like, I'm nowhere near ready to do secret bosses yet. Heck, I don't even think I could do a mech boss at the moment. But that's cool to know. There's a lot of secret stuff like that in Terraria. Oh, goodness. Every time I hit a cobweb, I always worry that I'm gonna go into another spider's nest now. Okay, so it's showing Mithril nearby. The Torch God? Oh hey, I believe it's Jelinek. Oh come on, get away. I like how the mithril ore is just like literally 2 pits of ore. It's almost like the game is just kind of trolling you. Like, there's totally mithril ore over here. Bit true, but misleading. Oh goodness, it's one of those archers. I don't think I've actually found many Eyes of Cthulhu. Out in the world, that is. Oh hey, another fairy. It's like, lead me in the way to all the good stuff. It's probably going to lead me to that dangerous chest over there. Gotta do this the trickier way. Sticky dynamite. Solves everything that normal dynamite can't. It's definitely a fairy. A blue fairy. It's leading me to buried treasure. Which is to say, pretty much just more like things like a dead man's chest. Oh wow, it's not sending me to... Oh, it was taking me to a life crystal. There's like 500 traps on that. Just to let you know how really, really dead you are if you try to open that without disarming them. There's like boulders and explosives and darts. It wants you to know that you are extra dead if you mess with those. Oh crap. Don't disarm it that way. I may or may not be incompetent at disarming traps. I should have had it go the right way instead of the left, so that it didn't fall and hit me. But at least now I know how much boulders hit for on master difficulty. Because I had been very cautious and actually hadn't been killed by them up until this point. Oh, believe me, we're gonna see a lot of deaths on my part. It was for science. A mithril detected nearby. How much mithril ore do I even have? 68? That's actually enough to... Okay. Let's go back because I have enough to make a mithril pickaxe. So we can make it to the next tier of goodies. Alright, farewell, Palladium pickaxe. It's been a good run. Even as short as it was. Alright, let's quickly put up a few things from this. And then we'll be back down there to check and see what more stuff we can find. Oh, hey, Zalian. How are you doing? Yeah. Oh, hey, Matt Underwood. Yeah, I'm, just got into hard mode, so now I'm finding out that everything hits for 100 to 300 damage. With my measly 22 defense. So I am trying to survive this dangerous, dangerous time. However, I have not been entirely successful. Like, even the bats hit for over 100. To remind you as to how screwed you are. Okay, so if I remember right, it was adamantite in this general area. Right there. Of course, guarded by skeleton archers. Because the archers shoot you for 200 each. With my measly 400 health, I'm realizing that I am a very fragile China doll. Open to not be horribly killed. Oh, another one. I just want to mine some ore in peace. like I'm already expecting horrible death later on. Oh, hi, Luke. I don't know, Zaliant. You have to keep in mind that I'm not very good at dodging things in Terraria. So it's more of a science experiment. I gotta actually, like, practice. Maybe with one day, with enough practice, I'll try not getting hit. I know. I was at the point in pre-hard mode where there were still things that were dangerous, but, you know, I was pretty confident in being able to go anywhere I wanted. Now, just walking down the street is pretty much death. As such, it's just basically everything just wants you dead. Well, adamantite's detected nearby, but... I have to remember that I can't actually just, like, walk through them so simply. Alright, so we're gonna try coming back after we heal up with the nurse, because otherwise, getting touched by anything is going to involve instant death. Oh, it is the 2-hour mark. Cool. But yeah, normally I do like 3 or 4 hours for streaming at a time. Well, so far the turtles haven't killed me, but I've only found one and I promptly ran away. Bravely. Because right now everything... As soon as I get more adamantite, I think I gotta make an adamantite forge first. But after I get adamantite and actually make start making the actual equipment, this will become a good bit easier. Right now, I'll take even some palladium armor. Those archers are super annoying. Especially because they just hit for so much. And of course there was one more, just because why not? Oh, I don't have the purifying powder. I could have had my tax collector. pretty good. I did the wall of flesh. I'm now in hard mode. Everything hurts. Like everything in master mode. Everything hits for at least 100. Spiders hit for 300. I have to adhere to Zaliant's advice of have I tried not getting hit. Which is very good advice. It's just harder to do than it would seem. I don't even want to know what Hellbats hit me for now. On the plus side, I can mine adamantite, but I have to actually find some for this to be effective. Oh cool, another mechanical skull. I think this is trying to hint that I am going to be killed by Skeletron Prime. Oh, mechanical worms, so never mind. We'll make it both Skeletron Prime and the Destroyer. I guess I see where the Crimson went to. On the plus side, it's going to be easy to farm some Souls of Night down here. Relatively so. Because these things still hit like a truck. Yeah, Toysco, I'm trying to avoid Skeletron Prime for a while. I'm gonna switch over to unholy arrows. I actually don't mind wasting unholy arrows, whereas I'd love to keep my jester arrows for more important things. So as well, there's also a new void bag, which gives you even more room, and if your bags are full, we'll usually put it in the void bag. Which is kind of nice, so that now you have your piggy bank or money tro, you have your safe, and you have the void bag. Because anything to have a little bit more space. So now that I know that the Crimson is down here, I'm curious as to how far it spread down here. Because I did try to keep the Crimson at least relatively under control this time. Because I didn't want to have an incredible amount of Crimson everywhere. But since there's Crimson down here, I'm probably in a really bad position to where it's going to spread from the bottom up. Oh, well, thank you, Bardic Plays. I'm good. I don't need more moths than the ones that I have to do in Hollow Knight. Oh. No, don't kill that one. Especially while he's just threatening to have it go over into the lava. Although it probably would be safe on the platform. And that's the thing, I remember in the first time I played that I had all the really good ores right above this, your bridge. And this time I'm not really getting much of any of them. Uh-oh. 1 second. She's demanding attention. Yeah, no worries, Jasmine. If you've got to do other stuff, then... or you've got other streams to focus on, completely understand. Okay, so there's supposedly mithril nearby. Aw, come here. All good, Jasmine. She's decided she wanted to perch a little more on the desktop. Hopefully she's gonna quiet down. Emphasis on hopefully. That's Crimtane ore. So I mean, with the Hallows spread down here, I could probably farm Souls of Light without much trouble. Because I know I ended up doing things like water candles. And the Hallow extends pretty far down here. Alright, I'm trying to not pet her anymore, because I need to actually focus. Hey. Oh, goodness. Hey. Hey. I'm trying to figure out how I can best get that mimic without it reaching me. The second to last item, that's a Demon Conch shell. From fishing, it allows you to summon. It allows you to teleport straight to the underworld. Well, thank you, Bardic, please. I'd point out that there's a lot of really good players in Hollow Knight. Like with the Nightmare Godgrim that I did, I know that Jingo did a better version of it than I did, and DL Karash, it did a hitless version of it. Well, welcome back, Dark Portal. Alright, hopefully my cat's quieting down a little bit. Oh, come on. Come down here. I get a sneaking suspicion this guy hits for like a truck as well. Like probably 200-ish. Maybe 3. I prefer not to get hit. I'm trying to use Zaliant's incredible advice. There we go. Oh, a dual hook. I don't even know what that does, but sounds cool. It probably went in my void bag. I mean, for the most part. I know there's stronger versions of demons down here. Of which they use like the pitchfork items, little spells. And I know if one of them hits me, it's probably going to be a 1 or 2 shot. Like trying to find out where this goes. Oh, okay, so those are geyser traps. They hit pretty hard if you walk under them. Oh, there's another mimic. I'm trying to light this up so that way I can see where I go. And so if I decide to ride this again, I won't be running right into horrible traps. Oh, so it's Tim. Oh, okay, yeah, I remember. Tim, he's the one enemy that will show up periodically and try and blast you with fireballs. Nope. Get away. 3 hit points. I think it's probably time to beat a hasty retreat. I know when I've reached the point in which I need to go to the nurse and be like, "Save me, nurse." It's a sort of ominous thing to where it's like, I know that I'm gonna have bad stuff happen. Oh, have a good night, Matt. And see you as well, Reagan. And as well, apologies if I miss folks that are leaving. This one's requiring me to pay more attention to what's going on here. And so I find I'm missing chat more. Which I think is a slight downside. Oh, well, you have a good night, G-Man, as well. Oh. I missed that part. Because yeah, at this point, if I could just get some stuff to be able to have some better weaponry. Aww. I recommend it, Bardic, please. Yeah, she's just kind of perched on the desktop, periodically demanding attention. Alright, let's ride this again, and then see if we can make it to the other end. Yeah, Hollow Knight's a lot of fun. Although periodically I try to switch and play some other games here and there. And Terraria is one of them that's definitely hooked me in the more immediate sense. There's just a lot of fun with the exploration and trying to also you know, craft everything to actually be able to make it through the world. Especially with Master Mode, I'm just kind of interested in trying to be able to beat it so I can say that I have beaten it. Although it's going to probably be a lot slower, just because it's going to be the point where I need to actually know what I'm doing. Like with friends, we started multiplayer Terraria, and we set it to classic difficulty just because I told him straight up, look, Master Mode's going to be very, very hard for us to do, and I don't think it's going to be successful, especially when folks that were new players. Although, I think some folks are trying also single player, so they can see as to how to get more experience with the game as well. Because there is a lot to learn. Oh goodness, Rune Wizard. I really hope that this is the thing keeping him from doing anything, because otherwise... Because I don't want them to actually be able to focus and do their one-hit kill kind of stuff. Aww. Yeah, you can do Terraria on Steam. Yeah, the Wall of Flesh was beaten relatively quick. Other than that, I died the first time with it having very little health left because I stopped. I think I hit a wall or something, and I was dumb, and I managed to lose my momentum, so it caught up to me and ended me. And then I used my remaining dolls because I didn't realize you had to have the guide respawn before using them. So, unfortunate times, but I have a lot more voodoo dolls now. Oh. Ah, jeez. Yeah, I'm trying to find more adamantite ore because I've gotten to the mithril pickaxe, but I need the adamantite one to Aw, come on. You got lots of attention. She is demanding much attention. But unfortunately, a lot of things hurt really, really bad on Master difficulty, and I'm slowly learning as to taking it cautiously. Oh hey, Tormuz. Well, I had the bee bow, and I also I'm using bee armor so I can have a lot of summons, because I really want to try more of a summoner build this time around. Aww. So I can have like 4 imps at once, which is surprisingly effective on a lot of things. And just one moment, once she quiets down a little, then I will resume. Apologies. Yeah, once I get more progression within hard mode, I'm gonna try and do a lot more in it. It's just that beginning hard mode, it's a little bit rougher. I've got the Hallow that spawned right on my base, and we got some Crimson in the underworld, so it's gonna be all good. Alright, I think she's starting to want to go elsewhere. Nope, she's decided she wants to stay put so she can get more attention. And a stranger lurks. I also found that fishing works really well. If I was the type of person that wanted to fish like constantly on stream, I could probably just get the adamantite right then and there. I did it briefly to see how well it worked, and it works really well. But you gotta have the exploration. Of course, I'm really wanting to try and get more adamantite. I think I still gotta make the forge or furnace. just so I can smelt it. Okay, some is detected nearby. Okay, so it's not detected nearby here. Because now it's pulling up a life crystal. Yeah, I've never played Minecraft before. Until folks suggested Terraria, I had only played like 30 minutes before in Terraria. I survived my first night and not much else. Oh goodness. Of course it had to be an archer. Yeah, I should be using Spelunker potions now that I think about it. Thank you for the suggestion, because that's actually really good. And I should be doing that to begin with. Especially because I got a ton of them. See, all of that is just now... Now if I wasn't getting bothered by demons, I could actually harvest it. Oh, that's gold. Oh, jeez. Like, so many hellbats. It's the one downside of trying to take your mind off of the enemies to mine. When you turn it back, there are going to be like so many that have just popped up. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure as to which type of ore that one is. I'm hoping that I'm guessing right and that's adamantite. Good. Because the truth is, I'm not familiar with all these hard mode ores as to what they look like on the screen. One day, I'll remember to bring some purification powder so I can get the darn tax collector. But that day is not today. Yeah, I have to go in there and more cautiously take care of those spiders, because as I found out, they hit for 300 damage on hard mode. And that's what's really kind of holding me back at the moment. Alright, so if I remember right, I need a Hellforge and then some other stuff. So let's ask our good old friend the guide what I need so that I can actually make this. Okay, only 30 adamantite. And what do I need to... I'm assuming at the mithril. Yeah, mithril anvil. Alright. So that makes one more thing down. We can actually now do adamantite bars. Even though technically the power was in us all along through the fission. Okay, so I don't really need the adamantite pickaxe in the immediate sense. Oh, hey, Zamimer. Yeah, I've played Terraria for quite a while now. Now if I can figure out how to get a forbidden fragment, these actually look like really good stuff to use. Just for the max number of minion increases. Alright, so a little bit more and then I can make a adamantite repeater, which will help a good bit. And now let's see how bad the jungle is. Apparently, very bad. We haven't even gotten to the murder hornets yet. Yeah, I'm going to hold off on the adamantite pickaxe. I'd completely forgotten as to what was needed. A moth run? I mean, do you mean fish run? I don't remember there being a moth boss in Terraria. Oh, but I can't mine chlorophyte yet. That is very saddening. At the very least, I can get some mithril and possibly get a few more armor stuff from that, or even weapon upgrades. This is the part of the game where it's like, alright, I just need upgrades. And of course, it's just trying to continue. You just look around, try and find what you can get and where. Oh goodness, an archer. Those archers hurt. Like, over 200 damage from getting hit by them. That's far too... It's pretty crazy. Oh, okay. You're talking about the Mothra mini-boss from the solar eclipse. That's why I didn't... It's been a while. Well, that assumes I get a solar eclipse. But if I do, then sure. We'll see how bad it is. Because I too will be curious as to how horrible everything will be. Oh goodness, all the murder hornets and everything. Oh, jeez. Those murder hornets aren't messing around. Alright, well, you have a good night as well, Zalian. And it all goes dark. Aww. I'm not sure if she's trying to just get bribes with food and all that. I wouldn't put it past her. In fact, one second. Let me go check. I think she wished for a bribe. Oh goodness. Murder hornets indeed. It is the slight downside to everything 2 or 3 shotting you. I don't know, I think it would be with all the various protections it does. Oh goodness. I'm certainly going to avoid the tortoises then. Because that's the thing, I already know I'm going to have plenty of deaths doing this. But a lot of it is going to be the figuring out part for all this. But yeah, I'm going to avoid those giant tortoises then. Extra avoiding Because 400 damage is even worse than I thought it would be. I mean, the spiders hit me for 300, and that was already pretty darn crazy. I'm pretty sure that's a mimic. No, I guess not. That's an actual real chest. It's like, I can't even hope to dodge that. Oh man. Just like the Hall of Death. Oh goodness. And there's a tortoise right there just to spin. I'm just waiting for it to spin right into me and be like, oh, nope. Oh, goodness. It wasn't the tortoise, it was just a setup for that guy. Yeah, we're starting to get to that thing where we're going to be making our graveyard biomes just from the sheer amount of hard mode deaths. I mean, I thought those guys would hurt, but I didn't think they'd hurt that much. Oh, goodness. And there was a tortoise ready to go right into me. Just all this stuff that it's like, please don't one-shot me. And of course, that's one of those guys that can one-shot me. Time to run! Goodness, more murder hornets. I think I'm going to have to avoid this general area for a while. Yeah, but you would be able to upgrade your stuff a cool ways, Zazamir. Zamimer. Alright, so that's where a meteor fell at one point. Oh goodness, of course. Oh, hey, rainbow slime. How much do you hit for? Out of curiosity. Not that I want to know at this point. I really don't. There we go. Right, that's one of those spider caves. The ones where everything hits you for ridiculous damage. And then you die. I want to say that I have enough mithril at this point to make something. No, I got 6 bars. Unless it was in my void bag. Which is a good possibility. Yeah, mithril ore 20 right there. There we go. We'll make a mithril repeater at this point. Moving slightly up. And then I can ditch the cobalt one. Alright, so there we go. So now it's trying to find a place that is at least relatively safe. Which I don't think is going to be anywhere. It's just trying to find out what's safer compared to everything else. There's some... Oh, the Crimson's already spawned. Well, that's disappointing. The Crimson's been expanded into here. Not to mention all that red ice is going to make me think that it's palladium. Not to mention those things are going to spawn all the Crimson guys. Let's check a different way then. I haven't been down here much. There's a good chance that there's hopefully something. It's trying to stay in the forested areas will be kind of safer. Relatively, I suppose. That's right, I was bombing this place pretty heavily at the time. What bug is the knight? The knight is a bug. That's you don't need more detail than that. I mean, that's a good point, too. Hey, Blake. So far you haven't missed too much, because a lot of this is, I die horribly, many times. The movie, the game. Goodness. It's like hoping that every single thing, like just trying to make you watch out for that one thing that's going to just end you. All the while hoping that you just trip over a variety of good ore. That's how hard mode feels like so far. But you have to keep in mind, Zote is the true champion of Halonest. You might think that Zote's incompetent, but if he actually put forth his true efforts, then you'll see what danger that Life Ender can pose. And then you'll have to cower in fear before such a powerful knight of great renown. Oh crap. Yeah, I've beaten Hollow Knight with 1.12 completion. Several times, in fact. And with usually mods as well, and with sometimes mods as well. Alright, 1 second, grabbing a drink. It seemed like the food bribe was enough to dissuade the cat for now. From seeking further attention. Oy, but anyhow, I'm probably going to go for another half hour or so, because at this point, this is largely a try to get to where I can actually get strong enough to go and progress further, and that's going to take a while. Yeah, I've done one speed run in any percent. I think it was like 55 minutes. I don't know most of the skips, so it's not a very well done speedrun compared to folks that are much, much better at it. But it was fun. I want to at some point try to do it again, do better. But right now, it's gonna be a while before I can do that. Alright, well you have a good night, Stargirl. And have a good night, Luffy. Yeah, once you get the hang of Nightmare God Grimm's, Nightmare King Grimm's stuff, then it's not that bad. It's just the entire learning phase that's the hard part. Because once you've gotten used to his attacks, you're going to be able to do it without much trouble. That's one way to take out a Medusa. Oh goodness, what is that? Oh, it's just a fish. A fish hitting for hundreds of damage. Okay, there. Some more mithril. And then I've got to try and get deeper so I can find more adamantite. But yeah, this feels a lot slower with the entire everything kills you in 2 or 3 hits. It's gonna take a lot more getting used to. Alright, well you have a good night, Radistim. Basically, hard mode on master mode is rough. Very, very rough. Well, I should point out, I had like 300 hours in Hollow Knight when Godmaster released. So, it was quite a bit... It didn't take too long from where I was, but I don't remember exactly how many hours it took. Okay, adamantite nearby. In fact, that might be just that. No, that's tungsten. Oh, okay, pointing me in the direction of another life crystal. Hopefully this time I don't do the thing where I kill myself with the boulders. Because that's another dead man's chest. I almost thought I was going to do it again. Because of course I would. Alright, so the explosives are down there. What I'll probably do is just bomb it. Oh, goodness. Of course. Suppose I can do it this way. Oh, confusion. Jeez, I didn't even have a drop on him. I was trying to hope that it would be something like I have him all the most killedest guy with all the bombs. Even good old-fashioned dynamite is no longer able to kill things. Yeah, if you open that chest, you are very dead until you disable everything. Fortunately, it's all disabled now. But trying to open it beforehand, you're gonna be the most deadest person out there. Of course, on Master, I'm pretty sure the explosions would kill you just by itself. Alright, so where is this adamantite? Because I am genuinely curious why I haven't run into it yet. I have one more Spelunker potion on hand, so I suppose... Oh, it's over there. There's even more over there. Perfect. Alright, so push forward, get that adamantite. Hopefully, there's some mithril over there, so maybe I can get some additional stuff. Yes. I think I've gotten a red shirt from doing it. Open the dead man's chest after I disarmed everything. But yeah, if you open it and you're not prepared, you're going to be very dead. And that's the thing, I'm fortunate in that I have all the stuff to see the traps at this point. But if you don't have that stuff, you're going to be in for a bit of surprise. So I'd point out that between now and next stream, I'll probably have gotten... I'll be doing all the farming and getting the tedious parts of farming done. So I'll pretty much be set to do the mech bosses by then. At least that's the plan. So hopefully I'll be pushing ahead to do a lot more stuff come next time. For now, at least we've seen how bad Master Mode, Hard Mode starts out to be. Like, this is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. Although, I had heard that it was pretty bad. Still, once I get more stuff to get out of that early mode, hard mode kind of feel, I feel like this will go a lot more, it'll go a lot smoother. Yeah, there probably is. One person suggested, like, the spider fangs stuff. And I would go to one of the spider caves and farm them, but that would take a while to do. So I'm kind of more exploring and trying to just get adamantite and see where I go from there. So, and I mean, if I really was trying to do things quickly, I'd just fish instead. But right now, I don't want to have to... Fishing would go a lot slower. And I don't want to have to slow things down stream-wise. So I know that there's more effective ways I could be doing this if my goal was to just try and push ahead. But a lot of it is also to try and just do the science experiment kind of thing. Because I'm genuinely interested in seeing as to how bad it was going to be. And we've at least seen exactly how terrible it's going to be. Because, mind you, this is just early hard mode. We haven't even gotten to, like, the bosses or... or, like, the lunar events. Those are going to hurt. So it's going to be trying to figure out how to do this without getting myself horribly frustrated. Because if I struggle to get some of the bosses done on just normal mode, this is going to be a lot worse with trying to do it on master mode. Oh, hey, Olga. Yeah. Well, the celestial pillars, or lunar pillars, or whatever they get called. Alright, so now we can make a few more things. Oh, demonic. At least that was a pretty decent modifier. That's right, I should go get the stuff from the wizard. Because now I can make the stuff. I can make an infinite arrow thing if I craft quite a few of these. I couldn't last long enough, apparently. Aw. Hey, come here. Oh, hey, Sebastian. I think she's just kind of trying to find a place to sit down and then try and get attention. Alright, endless quiver, so that helps a little bit. Yeah, Bee's Knees is pretty much at the end of its use. Yeah, I got Reaver Shark pretty much when I started Expert, before it got nerfed. And then when I started Master and I did the fishing more hardcore, I got plenty of Reaver Sharks. However, I didn't get to use it in its prime for this run. Still, it was a good bit of fun. Yeah. She had been desiring attention for a good bit earlier. Of course, now I had thought that she had gotten... Wait, is that a truffle worm? Oh, goodness. Truffle worm. I wish I brought my net. I could have gotten it while he was flying down there. Ah, okay, there we are. Oh, goodness. It's hardly ideal, but it'll do. I'm not quite sure as to how many of the spider fangs I need, but... This doesn't seem like that bad of a strategy. It's certainly not ideal, but as long as it works. And defining works is that I die maybe like a few times. There we go. That works too. Yeah, I haven't farmed the Crimson yet to try and get Ichor. Because I know that the Golden Shower spell is a really, really good one. However, unfortunately, most things kill me way too fast in the Crimson to seriously consider farming it just yet. But I am trying to get to farming it a lot quicker than what I did my first run. Oh crap. Somehow I knew that that was going to happen. Yeah, this works pretty well. Assuming they actually go up there. Oh. Of course we gotta get an archer to mess things up. Oh, hey, Sasha. Yeah. Alright, well, you have a good night, Toysco. Yeah, just trying to get the setup for it, Tormuz. I didn't think that I actually had that kind of setup in this cave. But hey, it worked out. Because yeah, any kind of better armor is right now is going to be a godsend. Because at least now that, since I have infinite arrows... It'll be pretty easy to do farming at this point. Ah. As nice as it would be to get to that mimic, I don't think it'd be very wise to make this cave accessible to more things. Yeah, I do want to try and get over there. I don't want to have to put my back... Actually, wait, I might be able to just do this. Oh, crap. Thing is trying to not get myself killed in the process. Because I know darn well I can get myself killed very easily. Alright, so I wonder if that mimic's still there, or if he went off the screen too much. Yeah, he went off the screen. Yeah, this might not be working out well. Oh crap. I forgot they can spit web stuff. And it actually hurts. It's just like, God, I gotta try and avoid getting webbed. Well, if I actually survive to make it down there, that's quite a lot of spider fangs I should be able to get. Alright, so how many spider fangs I got? 36. I'm not 100% sure as to how many I need, so I'm gonna back off, check with the guide, and see if I get some cool spider stuff. Alright, tell me all the secrets of spider fangs. Spider breastplate. Okay. Oh hey, that's exactly what I need to make full spider gear. What do I have to make it at? Because I know... Okay, anvil. Pretty much any kind of boss. That the gist is that if there's a boss kind of stuff, then I'm going to save the progression to not try and go further in progression until I do the streams. But like doing all the farming stuff in between, I don't mind doing it. Because that will cut out a lot of the time that I'd otherwise be using. Okay, yeah, that's definitely better. Not only did that boot almost double my defense, but now I get an extra minion. So I can have 5 imps, and that also gave me more summon damage, so they can do a lot better. I think whips as well boost the summon, give you effective summons damage. So I have to try and make whips for next time. It's kind of like a half and half thing because I'm not too familiar with a full summoner build, but I'm more familiar with doing the ranger build. And especially with the early game, ranger tends to have more usefulness. You don't even get a summon until beaten Queen Bee, I think. Well, that's definitely a lot more effective now. But yeah, I made the set, but I know that there's some more stuff I can make with spider fangs. But yeah, thank you for the suggestion, Tormuz, to come here and focus here, because that did a lot more for me. Well, welcome back, Jason. I mean, standard kind of challenge would be to go Old Nail to start. Because, like, that's a pretty good first... If you haven't done a challenge run in Hollow Knight, that's actually a pretty good challenge to do. And like, if you get that challenge learned, then there's a lot of others that you can do from there. Like, don't use charms, or other kinds of stuff. Limited only by what you think makes for a good challenge. Oh, there's one up there. Ooh, just barely. Alright, so 14 spider fangs. I'm pretty sure anything worthwhile is going to probably be... Because I think there was a spider staff for a summon. Oh, the wall drops a whip? King Slime Mount boost summoning damage? Hey, Mr. Keshari, I'm doing good. Yourself? Although I am having the fun part of adapting to hard mode and master mode. Everything kills in like 2 hits. Except maybe the bats. I think the bats are still 3 or 4 hits. Oh hey, the skeleton merchant. Not that I really use yo-yos, but I'm going to just because... Wow, how did I get 65 gold? Better bin that before I lose it. Also, I really like the bone torches. And it takes, he only sells them, like, infrequently, it seems. Oh yeah, I haven't died to the turtle yet, but I've died to a lot of other things. I keep trying to watch out for the turtles. I think one person mentioned they hit for 400. So I know that just touching one is just death. I also messed up disarming a boulder trap and got hit for like 440. So I'm glad to know Master Mode makes it very, very unpleasant. Oh crap. At least that's the easier version. Oh goodness. I say at least that's the easier version, and then all of a sudden the bad version spawns. Okay, Agile's poison. Do you mean like easy in comparison to the rest of hard mode, or that it's actually supposed to be genuinely easy? Alright, 23 spider fangs. I'm curious at this point as to how many I need to make the other stuff. Okay, so that's a summon. That's a sentry. Whereas the spider staff is the actual one. Okay. Because the sentry's like the old one's army stuff. And I did some of that. But it's going to be a while before I go back and do more of it. That is a very good question. I'm genuinely curious to see how these spiders do in relation to the imp. Oh wow, that's pretty good. Wow. They just like latch on and don't give up. I smashed enough to... I smashed like 6 of them. As I didn't... I think that it was that I was being hunted down by the little herplings that basically two-shot me. Oh, that's not good. No, it wasn't the rates that were the problem. It was the, all the Crimson hard mode stuff that was spawning, the little herpling things. Like, rates by themselves weren't a problem. Aw, how nice. A blue fairy to lead me to more secrets. Wait, that's not the way I thought it was going to be going. Yeah, because, like, the rates, they're slow enough and I can use enough knockback to just keep them pretty much held down. But it was the herplings are fast and pretty crazy. So that caused a lot more trouble with trying to actually get around and keep trying to get more of them smashed. Besides, now that I'm at the adamantite part, I could probably go back and smash some more, but I know that you get less and less for each one. Oh, goodness. Yeah, anglerfish. Basically, everything in the water is bad. Actually, probably smelt that. See what other kind of stuff I can do. And then I'm probably going to try and call it for tonight. Just because it's almost 2 in the morning now. Yeah, I have to be a lot more cautious instead of just wandering into the water and expecting to not get killed off by fish. Hi, Ender. I think it's the Hallowed Mimic that you need to make the Key of Night, put it in a chest, and then kill the Mimic, and it's a 25% chance. Alright, well, you have a good night, G-Man. This is a good stopping point anyway. But from my understanding, the deadliest Stormbow got nerfed a bit. So I'm not sure as to the practicality of how useful it is compared to other stuff. But it could still be really worth getting. But nonetheless, this is a good stopping point. Now that we've made it to hard mode and seen how bad it is with trying to survive, this is going to be hopefully where I pick up next time to be able to do the mech bosses and see how horribly I die over and over learning them. Hopefully that I improve a good bit, but nonetheless, for now, thank you very much for all the advice, for the for everything, for the feedback and so forth. Apologies that probably with hard mode it was not as entertaining, especially with the copious amounts of deaths, but this is where we start making the mountain of corpses. So, alright, well, you have a good night, Alice. Good night, Mr. Keshri and others. Stay safe, stay healthy. You have a wonderful night.